let's slay the dragon, okay? Let's slay the demon because you can do it. You're totally right. You're totally right. That is the key to pleasuring the feminine is the ability to slay your dragons, right? So we have the three dragons. We have the social ones, we have the political ones, but mainly we've got the inner ones, right? And she needs to know that you are on it with your own inner dragons. So first thing I want to say to you is that you don't have any demons, but they do have you. Now, what I mean by that is that those horrible voices, they're not your voice. They came to you from people who hated you. They hated on you. And now that voice is actually being used by psychically by I really believe in demon spirits who love it when we're in trouble, and they use our already damaged sense of self to amplify and disconnect us. But as soon as you realize, you go, what? I don't have demons, they have me. Then you can go like, hey, get the fuck out of here. Get out of my body. I do not donate my life to your vampirism. And it makes it a lot quicker to go through the whole demon thing when you suddenly like in this place of like, I am not identifying with all of this negativity anymore, right? And then, there's the things that we all have going on, like our greed and our laziness and our loneliness and our fear and all that. That's like a eternal adventure for all of us. Like, it builds character every time I manage to give everybody else a better place setting, the best food when I'm cooking instead of myself, you know. So we're up against our character, and it's not easy to get to a place where we began from before we were born, where we were all like so connected and full of God love right before we came into this crazy place. But what I want to say to you, darling, please don't deny yourself things that make you feel wonderful, okay? If you need time to yourself and it makes you feel wonderful, don't feel guilty. If you met somebody amazing and you want to be with them, don't feel like you're inadequate or you're going to hurt them. Just tell the demon to take a break. And if you're going like, no, Eve, really, these are my demons. You're attached to your demons? Yeah, I know. They're convenient because we can blame everything on the demons. We can. But, because you're like, no, I'm addicted. I'm addicted to stuff. I don't want to hurt people. Well, yeah, it's all about intention, because we know that the cells of the body are constantly renewing, right? Completely have all new cells within, is it 1 year or 2 years? Every single cell of your body's new. So like they're in different rhythms. The heart goes on one rhythm, the liver on another rhythm. In 2 months, like one of them is all new. So why was I going there? Well, because you're always new. You're always changing. You're like you get to love you, and then you get to chase out energies you don't like, and you can like pivot. You can be like, I'm done with that thought. I'm done with that self-sabotage. But the addictions, like drinking a little much, smoking a little much, and they're all physically connected. The way you can pivot with that one really right now is you can just go, instead of doing this thing to disappear, to get away, I'm going to do this very same thing, this smoke, this beer, to be here, more here, to allow it to bring me more present. Now, if you're coming in to be more present and then suddenly you feel like, oh my God, this beer is making me so sleepy, I can't be present, you're going to end up like drinking kombucha, like I always say. Replace half your beer with kombucha, would you? You'll get all the calories you're craving, and then you get a tiny buzz, but it cleans your liver instead of overloading. So all we're doing is we're like that's replacing a self-denial and self-doubt and with self-love. That's all you need to do. It's it. And then it's more powerful, more power to you the more that you you go for pleasuring yourself. Of course, the more you'll be able to pleasure her. And she's like, oh my God, he's pleasuring himself. Like on these other heart levels, he's going to the forest, he's taking care of himself. Whoa. And now he's not afraid to come and spend like all night with me, like breathing and hugging and looking in each other's eyes, because he just did that with himself, right? Oh, it's really exciting that the inner work, that demon slaying. I mean, Gurdjieff would say, if you have some bad habits, and you're like, Eve, you have no idea. He would say a little bit of the opposite of what I'm saying. Perhaps he would say, you cannot battle the ego because the ego loves that. The ego's like, I'm getting attention. Oh, now that I'm getting attention, I've got you're believing in me, and so Gurdjieff would say, when you're having self-observation about doing something you don't like about yourself, is the things to just watch it and do nothing. You just go like, oh, there I go again. That's the the thing I do. I have just too many beers, and now I feel sick. I want to go throw up. Yeah, but you don't try to stop drinking the beers. You just watch it. And the funny thing is, by watching without doing anything about it, not even trying, you get disgusted in a whole different way, and you get in control through self-observation. I love that one too. So we're kind of talking different levels. I mean, another really fun thing to do with the demons is like when you really feel like these entities are connected to, like, oh my God, they're connected to, like, let's see, like your parents or somebody who, something terrible, is to actually chase them away in your mind, like out loud, like you say, get out of my body, get out of my head, you don't belong here. I'm not, I kicked all your stuff to the curb, it's over there, and by the way, the light is coming, the goddess is coming, and she's going to melt you back into the oblivion of oneness. And if you don't want to have that happen, you won't recognize yourself, you better run. I love that one too. I love doing rituals with my demons, the things apart when I'm just I have so little belief in myself and my ability to love, be loved. That's like the main one, because my dad just managed to just destroy that belief that I could be loved. I will go to the fire for renewal. I'll go to the water for renewal. I'll go to the wind, say, carry me on your wings to love, and then it's so beautiful what happens when you go to the elements with your demons, because the elements are big deities, and we're made of the 5 elements, right? So you can place your concern in these energies bigger than you. And here's the other thing to do, really big thing to do. Okay, this and one other thing, that's it. I'll be done. Oh my God, this is an amazing one. I did this the other day, love. You go to your past. And so I did this with, I did this with my dad, right? And I said, I went all the way back to the beginning, and I said, Dad, this horrible relationship that we had, it was a bad idea. I go to the place from before I'm born, and I say, it was a terrible idea, Poppy. Let's do something different. And he's so thankful. He's just like, you are so right. That was such a bad part for me to play for you. And like, yeah, let's make you be there for my mom. Let's make you, always stay in my life and send me birthday cards. You can still have your other family, but let's have it so you stand up for us and include us, and we all know each other. And so when I did this thing of rewriting my past, oh my God, you wouldn't believe, it was like a psychedelic experience where my past life flashed in front of my eyes so fast. past. I couldn't even keep up with every choice, negative choice I had ever made, being different. Like the people I choose, suddenly they're all the loving guys that came towards me that I said no to. Now I'm saying yes. It was like rapid fire from changing my past into a loving situation with my dad. I could see my whole life unrolling differently in terms of belief in myself, confidence, and joyousness and purpose early on, and empowerment. He was helping me. So instead of being so destitute all the time, and I would have that dad there right when I needed him, and that would give me like empowerment. And so you can rewrite your past. This is such a powerful thing to do. You go back into the past, whichever thing is haunting you the most, like if it's a terrible situation with your childhood, give yourself the opposite, but with the same people. Talk to them in the spirit world before you even begin the the adventure, and then, oh wow, what's happened to me since then is this feeling as if it's all true, that I'm just a person who's always been loved. I'm just a person who was always taught that I was supremely valuable. When really, my dad broke that. He broke the sense of being valuable real early on, real purposefully, as much as he could. But I'm laughing today because we are so susceptible, hypnotizable. So I hypnotize myself, and it feels like a total parallel reality that I'm in now. Okay, last one. This one is about the broken heart. Okay, it's true. You're afraid to be doing your demon slaying because you're just like, Eve, I'm gonna hurt somebody. Like, I don't want to hurt anybody, and my demon slaying is gonna be rough, and I'm gonna face things I haven't faced in years. Okay. Alice Walker wrote a book, and it was about female genital mutilation. It was so bad. And so people asked her, how did you write that book? Just talking about these terrible atrocities. And she said, my heart was so broken. Every new story, she said, was so heartbreaking. But she said, at a certain point, I had to surrender or I couldn't tell the story. So she said, I started to realize that with each new heartbreak, I could choose to have it break my heart wide open, more open, instead of breaking my heart into shambles closed down. So if you make that decision, darling, just make that decision for yourself, that in this journey, if your heart begins to feel heartbreak, you're going to allow it to break you more open, okay? And that will make it feel worthwhile, all of the work in the present moment of doing the work, instead of denying yourself till later when I'm better, when my demons are slain, then I can be happy and in love and close. You go like, no, I'm just in the process of breaking my own heart open so that I can release the demons that were never mine. They had me, and I said, you can't have me no more. Yes, okay. And it is a time of societies facing its own demons worldwide, with the racism that has come up as this festering boil that, I think it's been going on all this time, and the white people, we've been like in this denial and having to face it. Like, we voted these people into power, we voted these laws into power. So that brings us to the next video for slaying the demon, which is political. And that's the one that most men feel like, if I'm going to be a man, I'm going to go to war, and I'm going to create peace on earth like that. Well, we're going to talk about that because this is a really important. Your heroism with the demon politically is huge, but there's another one, which is social. All right, so we're on the 88 ways to pleasure the feminine. This is the first level, all about security, survival, safety, and this is Slay the Demon is number 3, I believe, of our 88 ways. We're just in the beginning. Can you imagine when we get through this whole thing? You're gonna have like a, oh God, you're gonna have so much power over the women. Oh gosh, I shouldn't even told you that. All right.